that is basically the Arduino code for water flow measurement sensor. So the scenario which will be present in front of us is something like this. So we will be having so this is a code for water flow sensor, so that is basically the YFS201. So we will be having a tank as the first element, so this is here, and to that tank a water flow sensor, that is YFS201, will be connected. So this is present over here, and it will be connected to the home or any industrial application. So it can be anything like where we want to use the water. So we just want to measure how much amount of water has been passed through this sensor. So how I can do with this, with the help of Arduino Uno board. So it is using Atmega 328 microcontroller. So it is connected with the YFS201 magnetic Hall effect sensor. So that will measure the amount of water which is flowing through that sensor in a 1 hour, or we can take a loop to count it for 30 days as well. So I will be calculating for 1 hour how much amount of water will be flowing through that one. So let us start. So for code, I will just open the Arduino. So I have opened already. So this is the Arduino setup over here, and I will just delete this already setup and I will write new one. So first I will just write a comment over here, so that so code for amount of water measurement through the YFS201 sensor. So then star, then backslash. So it will end the comment here. Now I will define some variables. So let me just define the variable volatile. I will take the sensor frequency first. So int and it is a sensor frequency. Let me just define, then put a semicolon. So similarly define the water per hour, that is unsigned. It is also an int and it will count the amount of water which is flowing. So water per hour. Okay, so then I will define the flow meter. So this is basically to define or to say my Arduino which pin number is going to connect the that is YFS201 sensor. So flow, then I will just write here flow meter, which will be connected to the second pin. So the meaning of this line is the YFS201 sensor will be connected to the second pin of the Arduino. So that is basically the interrupt pin for the Arduino. And then I will define another variable. So that is basically for the storing of the present time. So I will just name it as present time. So this is a variable which is called present time, and then another variable to define the total time. So I will just name it as closed loop. Let us say closed loop then time. So this is a closed loop time variable. Now I have to write a function. So what function I will be writing? So let me just comment it. So this is the function definition. So I am writing a function over here. So that is to increase the flow frequency, that is sensor frequency, whenever there is a, so name of the function is flow. So whenever there is a interrupt, so I will put this one. Okay, so I will just open this, and then whenever there is a pulse or whenever there is a flow in the sensor, then I need to increase the frequency. So I will just increase the sensor frequency here. So sensor frequency, I have to write plus plus, so it will just increase the sensor frequency. So let me just put a semicolon so that it will be closed, and then I will okay, so then now I will void the void setup, that is the program which is going to run only once. So let me just define it. void setup, so void setup, then to open the bracket, and then there is a open bracket again, so just hit enter, then pin mode, so use pin mode here, and this will basically telling the Arduino for as a flow meter, that is meter. So this is a flow meter which will be acting as a input here, so I will just define it as input. So means the flow meter is nothing but a YFS201 sensor which is acting as a input for this Arduino. So that's why we will be writing pin mode flow meter as a input, so it is acting as a input for Arduino. Then we will start the communication, so it is just like a serial and then dot begin. Okay, so I need to mention the serial in caps, so it will take now serial dot begin. Then this is the port address what I have to mention, 9600. So let me just write 9600 here and then put a colon. So this is the port address, and now we will define the setup for the interrupt. So whenever there is a interrupt, it has to take, so I will attach an interrupt here. So so attach interrupt. Okay, so I have now written attach interrupt. Then we will just mention forward pin, 0th pin, because we are using the 0th interrupt and it is coming from the flow meter, so this is the name of the interrupt. And then whenever it is a rising edge of the clock, that is pulse, so I will write rising, means whenever there is a flow in the YFS201 sensor, so at that moment the pulse is going to rise, so that's why I will be writing it as a rising edge of the pulse here, so that's why I am mentioning rise. Okay, so now I will seal this so that it will don't take any other interrupts here, so that is basically enable interrupt. So SEI, and this function will enable the interrupts here so that it can take the interrupts. And then we will be defining the present and the closed loop times here. So present then time, so present time is equal to, so this is the function that is millisecond, so MILLIS. So this will basically do the job of returning the time in milliseconds since the program is being executed. So it will just calculate the amount of time which has been passed in milliseconds for how much period this program has been executing. So it will be calculating the time, basically the execution time of this program. And then I will just update the closed loop time here. So closed loop time is equal to present time, so it has to be present time as well. So whenever a second passes, then I need to update this one, so I will be writing it in the setup as it is. So now I have set up, my setup is over. Now I have to define the loop, so void loop, let me just write loop here, and then two close brackets. Okay, so let me just open this one and then hit enter. Okay, so let me just take here, and inside this loop I have to write present time is equal to milliseconds. So SENT present, so time is equal to this function millis. So this will basically, as I said, it will give the present execution time, and every second calculate and print the liters per hour. So I need to update it for every second, so I will use an if statement here. So if present time is greater than or equal to, so it is greater than or equal to closed loop time. So let me just define another bracket here, then closed loop time, So at that moment, add 1000 milliseconds. So that is basically 1 second here. So I'm adding 1000 milliseconds. So that it should give data for every second, not for every millisecond. So that's why I'm adding closed loop time with the 1000 millisecond. That is basically the 1 second time. So at that moment, for if I will be opening the bracket here, and then I will just write, so closed loop time will be equal to present loop time. So closed loop time will be equal to present time here, present then time. So this will basically update the closed loop time. So every second the pulse is coming, it will be updating. So in this itself I will be writing how much of water will be flowing through 1 hour. So water per hour will be equal to, so sensor frequency. So this is a standard formula which is present. So sensor frequency into I have to multiply with 60 in order to convert it to the liter per hour. So that it will be in terms of liter per hour, and then I will be dividing it with the help of 7.5. So it is there in the data sheet of the YFS201 sensor, so you can refer if you want to learn more about this one. So then I will be resetting the sensor frequency. Then this will be like sensor frequency is equal to 0 now. So I'm resetting this one. So then I just print out this. So serial dot, so serial then dot, so I'm making some mistake I think. So okay, so serial dot print print the amount of water. So I will just write here water hour, then that is the amount of water which is flowing through the pipe in an hour, and I will just write the decimal part of this one. So I just want the decimal part of that one. So I will be mentioning like serial dot print. So I think I have written comma here, so I need to change that one. So let me just erase and write it as a print. So DEC, the meaning of DEC is only decimal part will be printed. Okay, so then again I have to write serial dot print, then I will be writing the unit here. So I will just write here the unit. So we have to keep it in the two quotes because it is a string here. So I will be just writing liter per hour. So this is liter per hour because we are calculating in liter per hour. So I will just write that one, and then I will just enter again. Okay, so I will just close. So close one bracket, then it is closed for this, and then again close the main bracket here. So that is this one. So I will just save this one. Okay, so as it is everything, then I will sketch, go to the sketch here. So just verify compile. So now it is compiling the sketch, it is saying. So let me just see what it will do. So it is showing some error guys. So present time was not declared. So it is saying that present time, so I have made a mistake here, PRE. So it's a caption here, so I have to update that one. Then again I will save, then again I will compile. So let me just see what it will say. So it is saying that we are having some error here. So yeah, so these are not there. So these are from the previous year. So I will just delete those, then save again, then run. Okay, it's compiling. So let me just see what error this time it will throw. Alright, so it is taking some time. Yeah, done compiling. So Sketch uses 2752 bytes, that is 8% of program storage space, so maximum is 3720 bytes. So you can just see this code is running now. So if still I have not connected any components here, so I have just written the code, so that's why it is not showing any output here. So as you can see, in tools we will be having a serial monitor. So now it will show an broad at null is not available. So the meaning of this error is that you have not connected the components to the Arduino. So I don't have Arduino and I don't have the YFS201 sensor as well. So when you connect those components and when you dump this code into the Arduino and when you execute, it will directly show the output in the Arduino. So we have compiled, or we have successfully executed the program, but we have not we don't have components, so that's why it is showing a broad at null is not available error. So I hope you like this video, and if you want me to send this code, you can just drop a mail, or if you comment, then I will be sending the link for my website as well. So if you most of you want, then I can give them link as well. So if only 2 or 3 persons will be willing to get the access, then I can send through the mail also. So I hope you like this video, and we will be meeting in the next session where we will be writing code for another a project where that is also an interesting. So I will be working on interesting projects continuously. So I hope you like this video. Please guys, if you are new to the channel, hit the like button and subscribe the channel for more updates. Thank you. Thanks for your continuous support.